What is up, my friends? It is Wednesday. It is the Anfield Agenda news roundup, and I'm going to take you through all the latest stories surrounding Liverpool Football Club, asking you guys as always to let us know your thoughts in the comment section. Drop a like on the video and don't forget to hit that subscribe button. Right, I'm going to get straight into it today. I'm not even going to give you the ad read for the live shows because there really is a lot to get through. I'm going to start off with a story around a player that Liverpool have been linked with, but no offer gone in from us yet, but a different club has apparently opened the bidding. So the Daily Express have said that Manchester United have had a £51 million bid for Benfica midfielder João Neves rejected and will need to dramatically increase their offer if they want to land the player. So look, it looks like about €100 million is the number that Benfica would like for João Neves, and if Manchester United are coming in at 51 million, that's definitely a lot below the valuation. Liverpool have been loosely linked with the player, but let's wait and see if this triggers a reaction from Liverpool or if we just aren't really interested. Now, one contract that has been, well, offered today, and it's the news I didn't want to wake up to personally. Let me read this out for you and you'll probably understand where I'm going with this. Liverpool confirm a contract offer has been made to Adrian San Miguel. So himself, Joel Matip and Diogo Jota all passed the UEFA B licences today as well, so congratulations to them. But I can confirm to you, as per the football club, that Liverpool have indeed made a contract offer for Adrian San Miguel to remain at the club for a bit longer. I'm not going to go into it in much more detail. I'll leave that up to you guys to make your mind up on. Now, this article from the Daily Mirror said that Liverpool have been given the green light to go ahead and try to sign Federico Chiesa. The piece has linked him with either a replacement for Mohamed Salah or just an additional player into the squad. But we do know Thiago Motta will become Juventus' new next manager, and it looks like Federico Chiesa will not sign a new deal at Juventus, meaning with 1 year to go on his deal, they will want to cash in this summer. Figures being mentioned have been around 20 million quid. When you consider his fair market value is probably somewhere about 60 or 70 million, there is a deal to be had there for somebody at £20 million. Whether it's Liverpool or not, that remains to be seen. We also broke the news to you guys last night about Dybala having a €12 million or £10 million clause in his contract. That means he could be gotten out of Roma this summer for just that 10 million quid. So there's two bargains there coming from Serie A. Let me know in the comment section if either of them float your boat. Next one up is a bit of good news, I believe anyway. The AFCON 2025 has been postponed and moved to January 2026. This at least gives us a little bit of breathing room. Should Mohamed Salah stay at the football club this season, we know that we won't be losing them in January to the AFCON. That is good news to me. The reason is overcrowded FIFA calendar, and at the end of next season, which will also include the expanded format of the Club World Cup held in June and July 2025. So greed is where I'm hearing there. The greed of FIFA is the reason that it's been moved. But for once, I'm not going to complain about the AFCON being moved. Kicking that can down the road for another year, that sounds good to me. It's less disruption in our season. Right, another transfer story linking Liverpool with a move for a player is one that we've spoken about a few times, and that is Feyenoord's Gertrude. Now, it's not just Liverpool that have been linked with a move for Gertrude. It's also Newcastle, Spurs and West Ham have been mentioned in the Dutch outlet as being interested in the Feyenoord utility man. I say utility man because he can play right across the back line, kind of a Feyenoord version of Joe Gomez that we currently have. So I'm not sure how strong our interest is. Again, I'm not sure if this is lazy journalism because we've been linked to a few players from Feyenoord, and let's be honest, we can probably do a lot better than some of them, but I've got to bring it to you because it was reported. He is a good quality utility man, and if we were to lose Joe Gomez as an example, then by all means, but with Joe at the club, I don't necessarily see the need. So, Fabrizio Romano has been speaking on Give Me Sport, and he's given an update as to two centre-backs that he believes Liverpool are certainly interested in. Both of these will probably be music to your ears, my friend. So let me read it out to you, and then you can let me know which one you prefer, perhaps. A player that Liverpool really like, but there are many clubs on him, is Lenny Yoro. He said on the list of Real Madrid, Paris Saint-Germain and Liverpool, who've also been scouting him. So let's see what happens there. The next player that Fabrizio Romano links Liverpool to is Willian Pacho. Pacho from Eintracht Frankfurt. He said we'll have to wait and see if Liverpool really want to bring him in, but it isn't decided yet, and Liverpool are still weighing up their options. So William Pacho, I think, is far more realistic for Liverpool than Lenny Yoro, because he seems to me Real Madrid bound anyway. He was at the Champions League final watching it. It's believed Real Madrid have put in a very low opening offer for his services, but let's wait and see. I'd love Lenny Yoro, but I just don't think it's realistic for us with Madrid being at the table. But William Pacho, on the other hand, that seems a lot more realistic. Now, I've always been honest with you guys and said I don't know all that much about Pacho, but those of you that have watched him playing for Eintracht Frankfurt have nothing but good things to say. Next item I have for you guys is on Santiago Jimenez, but it's not just about Liverpool's interest. This piece says, yes, Liverpool are interested in the Feyenoord striker, but they also say that AC Milan are reportedly now weighing up an offer for Santiago Jimenez. He's rated at about 40 million quid, had a very good season with Feyenoord, and of course Arne Slot will know him all too well. So let's again wait and see what happens there. Another question I have for you guys is, where's our manager? We still haven't seen anything related to Arne Slot doing the rounds, so let's wait and see when we finally get introduced to our new coach. Right, so I want to just talk for a couple of minutes before I finish up about the Manchester City situation, because it's starting to bring everyone together and unified against this silly lawsuit that they filed. So I'm going to read out a couple of things. One from Simon Jordan, who I would put at one end of the journalistic spectrum, and the other from Henry Winter, who I would have at the very other end. This end, by the way, the Henry Winter end is the end that I have respect for, just for shits and giggles. So here we go. This is what Simon Jordan has had to say. Taking a Premier League to arbitration and its members, join a club, don't like the rules, that's democracy, don't sue them and its members. This looks like bringing the game into disrepute. Is this what fit and proper owners are? So that's one of the tweets that we've had from Simon Jordan. He went on to say, this is laughable. You join a club, want to be a member, then decide to take a shit in the foyer. Oh dear, this won't fly. So you can see that Simon Jordan's very much drawn his line in the sand here with Manchester City. But Henry Winter, he's gone a little bit more highbrow, shall we say, with it. And I'm going to read you out what Henry Winter has to say. John Stuart Mill's tyranny of the majority was about oppression of smaller groups. Manchester City are not oppressed. They've built a magnificent football team. They've got the Footballer of the Year and one of the greatest managers in history. They've got £100 million subs. They've just won a fourth successive title and are hardly being victimised. Clubs agree to the rules. Sponsorship deals should be fair market value. So who on earth advised City to take this action? It damages them. It diminishes the admiration stirred by their football. It alienates most other clubs. It harms the Premier League and should be about the sport, but has become much more about the business. The money and the politicking. The only winners in all of this are the lawyers. So as you can see, Henry Winter as well, laying his cards on the table. Everybody I've seen react to this, from the media certainly, have been shocked that Manchester City have gone and are going to sue the Premier League for the majority of the tyranny. The tyranny of the majority, I should say. My apologies. That is a laughable phrase. In no way are the majority bullying Manchester City. As Henry Winter said, they signed up to a process, whereas by 14 teams, or 2/3 of the Premier League majority, have to vote on something for it to be changed. These rules were brought in, democratically voted on, and City signed up to them. This for me is laughable, but I'm not going to go into it in too much more detail. That pretty much is where we're at tonight. On top of that, there's been a little bit of criticism from Dominic Szoboszlai, from his international manager, from his performance against the Republic of Ireland when we beat them 2-1. Go on, the boys in green. But yeah, a little bit of criticism there, but also a little bit of praise as well. But it wasn't as great as performance according to his international manager. So that is pretty much it from me. And sure, why not sticking it at the end, Craig? Don't forget the 2 live shows coming up, Cardiff and Liverpool. You can get your tickets with the link in the description. Both shows are all ages events. We're going to be in Cardiff on August the 2nd at the magnificent Richard Burton Theatre. Can't wait to see you there. And then we finish up with our last ever live stage performance at Liverpool at the Hot Water Comedy Club. Again, that's an all ages event. Hope to see you there. You can get your tickets in the description of this video. And yeah, last 2 live shows. I'm already looking forward to them. Hope to see you there. Don't forget, we will be back tonight as well at 8:30 with the Late Night Agenda, where we'll go through all of these and more stories, and of course ask you guys for your opinion. Until then, Have yourselves a wonderful Wednesday, and I'll catch up with you soon. Much love. Bye-bye.